Gaming Authority. What's up, fellas? I'm Pimo.
D-Bag.
We're from Always Tippin'. We're back again. Last week on our channel, we put out a video on how to read cover 2, just a different way of looking at it. This week, we're going to show how to manipulate vert hooks, just with real simple hot routes. JP offered an invite to come out to his spot again. We declined because probably for our own safety is the best way to put it.
As you could tell, we've had bad experiences.
Yeah, it's never been good. So we're in the comfort of our own lab today, and we're gonna do it. And we got a little something up our sleeves for JP. So stay tuned after the video, and I think we're gonna turn the tables on this fool. All right. Okay, guys, here we go. Manipulation of vert hooks coming at you. We're gonna go just a simple Y trips week, and we're gonna do the play flanker short dig.
I'll be running a 3-4 odd Tampa 2.
Very basic. So here we go. There's the play art. Darius isn't going to use them right now. We're just going to show you how the vert hooks work, in case you didn't know, against this play art. So in theory, that vert hook should take Coleman, and Goodwin is on some weird route. I mean, this is a horrible route to run against Tampa 2. You got the cloud flat over there that's going to cover Samuel and going to cover that dig route. And the mid read's not going to read Kittle. That's the only route that's going to get open. So it will get open this play, but I'm not going to throw the ball. I just want to see you guys to see what it looks like in the pocket, what the vert hooks do. Okay, I'm going to stay in the pocket. Look, he abandons Coleman, and I take a sack. Don't talk trash. I stood there on purpose, Guy. Isn't that his name, Guy?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to show you basic fundamentals of the vert hooks when we're in the pocket. So watch this guy first. He just completely abandons Coleman. So I don't know if he looks over. I think he does look over, and he sees. No,
he just kind of
drifts
back
into his zone. So he just gives that. Maybe because we're in between the hashes. I don't know how that's coded, but we're in between the hashes, so he lets us go. Maybe he's worried about an inside release from him to help out. Sure. Then you have the best zone in the game. He does nothing.
Oh my God.
Get him out of a mid read as fast as you possibly can. He does nothing. Now, granted, I can't throw it here, don't get me wrong. But at the same time, he just let Kittle run right by him. Not even a check, not bumped him, didn't engage him, nothing.
He's useless.
It's a useless route or zone. So, and then we have this wonky route by Goodwin, who goes, rather than just do a regular hitch, he goes towards the cloud. Now he basically says, cloud, cover me, and lets the vertical hook run with the dig route, and then drift over with it, and then release it to the mid-read. Horrible. So, now we're going to show it to you real quick if we roll out of the pocket. And what I want you guys to see is, sometimes you roll yourself into more coverage. So it's the exact same thing. All I'm going to do is roll out of the pocket. Hopefully I get some time. But I want you to watch the vert hooks. Okay, he drifts over with me. Look at the other vert hook. He followed Sanders way more on his dig route. And then he ends up crashing down, rotating over and getting Coleman. So we run it. You know, this guy pretty much does the same thing. But look at this. He ends up rotating over and taking him. So that can't even be a check down now.
Oh, yeah.
Right. So if you look at it, before I get smashed, I'm telling you guys, if you want to roll out of the pocket to get some passing lanes, your safest bet is maybe from here.
From the hash to the number.
To the number, and maybe even a little before. Because that vert hook's already rotating over with, if he would have been in the middle third, that route still isn't open till right there. I mean, you're basically hampering yourself by rolling out. So I wouldn't do that. But that's what we're talking about as far as when you roll out and this and that and the other to identify vert hooks. And now we're going to show you guys how to attack them and lock them down. All right, guys, here it is with just a couple simple adjustments. We're looking for Kittle and that deep dig. Okay, now everybody's going to middle third, so Kittle's just a complete distraction and a decoy.
Yep.
Now we've smoke screened Samuel. We weren't gonna throw to him anyway.
Yeah, he's just kind of drawing the cloud flat away.
He's going to really pull him down because
Yeah.
if we were to put Kittle on an in route, by the time he gets over there, the cloud flat would drift back and cover Kittle. So, but since the dig route's coming from all the way to the other side of the field, it's he's not going to be able to recognize it, and he's just going to come and sit down on Samuel. Then what we did, if you notice, we put Coleman on an option route, and this option route goes on the back outside of the tackles. So now the Vert Hook, if he's not using it, is going to have to definitely sit on it. And then we did just a regular hitch route on Goodwin rather than that wonky outside release one.
Way better than that other one.
Right. So if I have some time here, watch how absolutely open this gets because we've manipulated the Vert Hooks. Nice D. So you guys saw it. We don't need to show it again. But what we're going to do now is implement the user. He's not going to use a defensive end or an outside linebacker or whatever the case may be. And we're going to show you the setup. So we're going to go ahead and smoke screen him to draw down the cloud. Now, if you see, Coleman's on the inside. He actually goes through the A gap because he gets bumped up because of the blocking. Whereas if you put him on an option route, now he'll go to the outside of the tackle and get the Vert Hook's attention. Then we'll put Goodwin on a Vert Hook. I like to smart route the dig because instead of a 43 or a 13-yard dig route, now it's an actual 10. Okay, and he's gone ahead and done the same thing. He put his linebacker on the middle third as opposed to middle read. So we'll see if I get some time. I'm not going to double team anybody. I don't need to really roll out. I let my pocket develop. R1 is my first read. Now he's going to see he wasn't quite sure whether to leave him or not. And that's where you get into, they talk about all the time the user baiting the quarterback. We baited him there. He didn't know who I was going to throw to.
I mean, he took complete control, and he made me decide. And I mean, I wasn't in position to get either of them at the end of the play.
Right. I mean, and we'll run it one more time. It's very basic, but if you notice, and we'll show you a replay after, regardless of what the outcome is, just to show you basically what happens with the cloud flat. Oops, I put him on a comeback. So there's the cloud flat. He's going to... Dude, it's written into the code, guys. If you look at it, we gridded the field. It's like a grid. We're basically dictating where these guys go, and that's what you can do on defense. So hopefully I'll have some time. R1 is my first read. Low pass, right there. He's open. And that's 4 yards.
Yeah, 4 yards.
I could do that all game. And the Vert Hook is not going to play that any differently, guys, because of this route going out on the dig. He's going to have to respect the vertical aspect of it. So I go ahead and option him, and I'll smoke screen him. Okay, there's our play art again. I'm going to run it one more time, and then we'll do the replay. Okay, I have some time. Good. Nope.
Oh, wow.
No time. But what we want to show you is the instant replay here. You're forcing, now first of all, again, this is wide open. Right after the check, the Vert Hook's going to follow that, and he's just wide open.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So the dig's not open right away, and he didn't go back in the middle third. I mean, Kittle was wide open.
Oh yeah, I forgot to do that.
I was more interested in watching, the play develop, so I really wasn't watching the user. But if you're playing, I would have thrown to Coleman right there because he had to abandon him. Because he knows his champion MVP of his team isn't going to cover him. Oh, my gosh. Not even moved a muscle. Like, look, no fast twitch fibers. Look, his hair kind of moved.
He's literally just there to stand.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing he's providing to the team right now.
No, not even a check.
No.
Nothing. Push him down a little further. I mean, it's past 10 yards, but, it's Madden. So, but this is what we wanted to show you. I mean, he completely sucks him down. And the only reason he started to move is because I started to throw. So we'll show it one more time real quick.
Oh, let me middle third this time.
Yeah. So he's in the middle third, and he's going to try to use it. He knows I'm throwing to those two routes, guys, if I don't throw to R1. He knows that. We've labbed this together. But I'm going to see if I can trick him. I'm going to see if I can get him to bite on one or the other.
Oh my God.
I already had low pass. I already was holding low pass.
Yeah.
and I was going to try to squeeze it in even if he was sitting there. I knew you were going to go to that at one point. And that's how you can do your opponent's going to chase a dig route. It's deeper. It makes more sense.
And it's like you want to hold on that little curl or that option route. You want to hold and just stay there, but like, I mean, as a user, you have to drop back and guard that. It's
right.
just too many yards to give up.
Exactly. So that's that one, and we're going to show you another way you can manipulate vert hooks. Okay, guys, here's your play art before we show you some more hot routes. We want to just show you how to implement some discipline into your play too, and this comes courtesy of our buddy Body Count over on Body Count Gaming. He does some streaming and stuff like that, so check him out. Very disciplined player. He does like 2 or 3 reads and he gets rid of the ball. Now, Goodwin's going to be open. We've already established that. That's a hitch route. Then our next read that we said is going to be Coleman. He's going to be locked up by the vert hook. And then Darius left the mid read in there just to show you that circle's not open. But we would just want to show you the discipline it takes. So we're going to hike the ball. Okay, R1, triangle's not open, 0's not open. Throw the ball away. Nothing's going to get open.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like magically, and too many guys try to focus on playmakering up and this and that and the other. And if you have an abundance amount of time, I'll tell you exactly what we did. We looked at R1. We started to roll a little bit. He's open there, don't get me wrong, with a low pass. But for the sake of the video, he left the mid-read in there. He's usering this guy, let's say. And the mid-read's going to sit there, so he's not open. I've already seen, now I've glanced over. Once I see him covered, I glance over to the line and look at my protection. I already see somebody has broke their block.
Right.
He's not going to get open, guys. He's just not. So why take the risk of playmakering him up against a Pro Bowl, or that's not Gilmore, but a corner, trying to playmaker him up or playmaker him back into coverage? You know what I'm saying? Just throw the ball away rather than force this play that you want here and a click-on pick happens, because it would. It absolutely would. Because I would have had to start throwing the ball right here. With the windups they are.
Yeah.
That's a click-on pick. There's nobody open.
Yeah.
I mean, I could probably try to lowball this and get negative half a yard.
Yeah.
So that's what we're saying, guys, is once you implement some defense into your, or some discipline into your route reading, it'll help your game immensely. Okay, guys, here's another way to do it. Let's say we don't want to get something deep. We want to get something, a little bit more shallow. So we're going to try to push the vert hooks back, at least on the end where we're looking for the dig. Now, this square route, the comeback, is never going to be open against a cloud flat, but it's going to completely push him out of the play. He won't even be around for the dig route. So what we're going to do, Kittle obviously is going to take the middle. He's going to be in a middle third anyway. He's going to have to middle third because of that. We're still going to hitch Goodwin, and then we're going to smart out or option route Coleman. It's a very, very powerful hot route, and not a lot of people use it. But if you look at it, the play art looks like Goodwin's going to get in the way of Sanders' dig route. It's not the case, and we're going to show you why after we. So he's going to try to user it. Now why? See, now I had a blocker.
Yeah.
Why would he leave Coleman deep to come back down to me shallow? But people, it's like a cat with a laser pointer.
Like natural instinct, you can't resist.
Right, and a lot of people do get into that mindset of it. So if you notice, the cloud flat's taken completely out of the play. But you don't want to get greedy and run. If I would have set him at a 10-yard dig, the corner's still going to engage him and block check him. What's it called? Jam him.
Yeah.
So either he's going to jam him there, or he's going to jam him at the 10. Now the 10-yard dig becomes a 15-yard.
Yeah.
And I'm going to run right into you because you're right here. So don't get greedy. I just did a simple in route. Now if you watch it, the vert hook's so busy jamming the hitch there that he kind of drifts back into me. But so that route really, it's kind of open right there, maybe on a low pass.
I guess you could try and squeeze it in, yeah.
But you're looking over there anyway. These are your two reads initially.
Yeah.
You're seeing how the corner and the vert hook play it. Cool. I could hit that right there, maybe with a quick low pass possession catch. But now the vert hook is out of position. He's still looking over there.
Right.
You can see him turn his head to see if he's cutting in or maybe going vertical again, a stop and go. I don't know. So now that little 3-yard dig route.
I mean, usually the bump is a disadvantage.
It is for them. It really is.
Yeah.
Because now it just gave me more depth, and now that's a first down.
Yeah.
And more.
That's crazy.
Right. So they did themselves a disservice there. Now, what we want to show you, though, is because of the play art, you think, okay, there's the play art. Hold on. And we're going to do an in route. Now, again, it's knowing the coverages, guys. So rather than smart route this hitch over here, Goodwin, and you think, okay, now that dig is going to have a clear release and get open even faster. You think that, oops, let me come back in. Okay, there's our play art. You think that, but watch the dig. He still gets jammed, and then he kind of runs into the vert hook. So we still got 8 yards, but what you're doing by doing the smart hitch over there, thinking you're getting it out of Goodwin's way, you're actually taking a read away from yourself.
Yeah.
You cannot throw that now. That first read is gone.
Now it's just a locked up receiver.
It is.
Covered by 2 defense players.
Everything happened the same. He still got jammed by the corner, and he still had to reroute a little bit because of the vert hook. See?
Yeah.
So everything's the same over there, except now he took away one of our reads. And that could be if there's pressure coming in, I can't throw that quick read now. Now I have to rely on that. And if he's a good user and already knows it's coming, that's a pick.
Right.
So don't get greedy and don't overthink yourselves. Now here's another way we're going to do it real quick that people make the mistake of. So we're going to do everything the same. Everything's a hitch, this and that, the other. But instead, you're like, okay, that guy keeps going in the middle third. Let me slant this cat. Okay? But if you see, what's going to happen is I'll show you. Now, I'm not going to throw it there. We're going to just look at the replay on this. So let me try to stay in the pocket. Rolling out, like we already discussed, is bad. Okay, so I'm glad that happened. Don't worry about it. Look, Garoppolo's pissed. Okay, so the instant replay will show you why the slant is a bad idea. Okay, same read. He's our first read here. Okay, he's open. Yeah, that's really open, actually. But the slant, now I'm basically running myself into, I am open there for a second. But I'm running right to the same depth as the smart route. And now, let's say you shadow me and you stay on
Coleman.
You stay on Coleman. The safety has no deep threats there.
Yeah.
He's going to drop down on that. He didn't there because I was already in the midst of getting sacked.
Right.
I was in the grasp. And you're running closer to a cloud flat. It doesn't make sense. The slant is greedy as far as I'm concerned. Now, the last thing we're going to show you is you can basically a scheme. You can stay in this play all day. If he wants to stay in Tampa 2, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to option route, and we're going to hitch these two. That locks down the vert hooks. Even if he's using it, it doesn't matter because now if he goes away from it, it's going to be open. And now what we're going to do is we're truly going to test the vert hook. So you've been running this a couple times. He thinks he knows what's coming. Everything's going to look the same. I'm not going to show Darius the play art, but he's going to basically try to user it and see what he can see. George Stephen Kittle. Is that his middle name?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I doubt it's Stephen.
Knowing it's a Tampa 2, guys, knowing that the route, he's going to go in a middle third. Even if that's a mid-read, it's not going to play it. I occupied the vert hook over here. I know he's going to jam. That gives Kittle a free release.
Yeah.
He's already out of position, even if he wanted to cover that. Okay? Now he's occupied with this vertical route because I kept him on his dig.
All right.
Okay? And then what I did over here to occupy, I think I put him on an out route. Yeah, but he goes to the inside. He's wide open.
Yeah. Wow.
And even a vertical hook's not going to play that because he comes into the A gap again. And honestly, maybe in 1 second I could have thrown it inside lead with a pass.
Yeah, I read that so late. You could have thrown that.
So he was completely bamboozled from staying in the same play. And Darius and I play all the time,
Right.
and we've talked about this all week, and I've shown him different play arts and this and that and the other. But you guys can do this as part of a scheme and stay in the same thing. All you have to manipulate is him, user or not, and him, user or not. In a Tampa 2, this is suicide not to put him in a middle third. If he mans him up, whatever the case may be, you keep. If he has that tendency, you keep Kittle on that route that goes right down the middle of the field, and that is open for possibly a touchdown.
Yeah.
If you have a really fast.
Definitely.
I mean, not against New England's secondary, but my point is, you manipulate this guy simply with a hitch, and you manipulate this guy. Now, this is a very basic. We know people cross man with their linebackers and user and do other fancy things. But at the same time, guys, it's very easy. Nobody users a corner.
No.
And nobody's going to... They may shade him down to a hard or put him in a soft squat.
I mean, it makes it worse for them, really.
It does. They're still easy to manipulate. He's going to... If it's a cloud flat, he's going to follow that initially because it's getting depth. He doesn't know if that's a corner route. And that's a separate video. We want to stick on the vert hooks. You guys can manipulate vert hooks so easily. We've found, though, that it's easier to pull them down than to push them back.
Yeah.
You push them back, they start going and reading other things.
The further you get, the more the defense is spread out, and you force them to make a play.
It's better to use this guy as an option, or even him as a hitch right here, and put him right there. It's basically a spot route. If he's not using him, that vert hook is going to sit there 99 out of 100 times.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you. And if you guys aren't rolling outside of this comfort zone right here, you're not going to force the defense to roll their coverage. I'm telling you guys, it's really easy when you break it down and understand that all this stuff is just coded. There's no instinct. There's no communication between them.
Yeah.
It's how it's coded. But hope this helps you guys out.
Closing thoughts. One last time to talk some trash before we are done with this show. Closing thoughts. We gonna run a mouse before you guys decide you're gonna click off.
Closing thoughts. So that's how to better manipulate vert hooks. Hopefully it helps you guys maybe design some route combos and stuff like that if you're facing Tampa 2. Look at JP. We told him we were going to give him the key to the city. We don't even live in the same city. We told him, and the press conference is out here.
Yeah.
So he brought his own chair. Look at him. And he brought it, and he's just sitting there waiting. We're posing as cameramen. He has no idea what's going on. What a schmuck. So, yeah, I mean... I hope he's all right. I hope he brought water.
Yeah.
By the way, do we have any water?
Yeah, here.
Dude, it's empty.
I got thirsty.
We're going to be out here for another day. All right. Well, so much for that. But remember, guys, in all seriousness, we wanted to say thanks to JP again and Gaming Authority. You guys come check out our channel. The link is in the description. And we'll see you guys next week on our channel. We're going to do a cover 3 version. So... remember, guys, we always tipping, never sipping, tricking.
Hey. How about a hug?